Hi, I'm Ming. Today I will begin a new series of videos teaching people playing PVZ1 Survival Endless from basic to intermediate level. Before that, my videos focus on my own gameplay, and I feel helpful to explain some important concepts, strategies, and tricks of playing PVZ, and hopefully bring more people into the realm of Survival Endless. Of course, this is my first time doing it, so feel free to point out any problems or suggestions. I'll mainly focus on non-cop setups that don't mainly rely on cop cannons. I don't mean that there are no cop cannons, like PE traditional 4-cop still has cops, but it doesn't mainly rely on them. So like I will begin with this, and if you want more advanced stuff, I will later go to rear cobblers or like group gloom cobblers, and if possible, if I'm able to do that, I'll also go over minimalist or gloomlets. So just wait for that. And so let's begin with traditional 4-cop, and this is like a very good strategy for beginners. Let's build this from scratch. So just put the lily pads, and we'll have the 4-cops in the back of the pool, which are the safest spots, and we'll have the 6 gloom shrooms. So why do I use gloom shroom? Because like it's an area of effect, it just attacks every zombie within its range, and so like rather than like Gatling Pea or Wintermelon, they only like attack the zombies in the very front, because in Survival Endless there are just like too many zombies. So like these 16 glooms, wait, it's not 16, it's 10. So these 10 glooms will like deal massive damage to like all the zombies in their range, like gigas, footballs, or something. And also in the back, the glooms are super useful to hit the bigger zombies and the imps. And we need one wintermelon per row to slow the zombies down, basically. And we need 2 fume shrooms on the side to suppress the jacks and also kill the zombies. Because like fume shroom, like gloom shroom, they also like um, just hit every zombie in their range, so like they're super reliable, unlike wintermelon, which may be like blocked. And for other slots, we put 2 umbrella leaves, and others you can basically put whatever you want. For example, you can put cattails, something, and I prefer to have 4 sunflowers in the pool and 2 ice and extra winter melons on the side. So for cattail, I just use blubber, sorry, to blow away the balloons, because for traditional 4-cop we have like a lot of seat slots, so it's worth to use blubber instead of like having 2 space for cattails, because you know the cops, they take a lot of space. So let's pumpkin everything, and if you know how to ladder, you can like ladder the back, but because this is a beginner strategy, it works just fine without the ladders. And also note that like I forgot to put these 2 pumpkins in the slow tempo demonstration. That was a mistake. And yeah, so that is basically my version for the traditional 4-cop. And for some variations, you may like put some fume shrooms. You may like change some plants without like. So just like these 8 glooms are like very essential. You could change anything else like cattail, like if you like them, or like marigold or something. And yeah, so let's analyze the main threats of this setup. So there are 2 major threats, Giga and Jack. So Giga, as you know, it has 300 Ps of health, super tough. So, but for this setup, we have the cobs. So we are just using like a combination of cob and our like glooms to kill them. So basically, Gigas on row and 2 and 5, it's better to bomb them once, but like if you bomb them once, they're like guaranteed to be killed. But even if you like don't bomb them, um, and you just freeze them like once or twice, they're still going to be killed. And for row 1 and 6, the firepower is a little weaker, and you need to bomb gigas at least once. And it's better to bomb them twice, but like if you bomb them once, just stall them. And as you can see later in the real gameplay, like those gigas aren't like very threatening. Sometimes you will see like a lot of gigas on the screen, but like I'm pretty confident that they will die very after you bomb them, because the cops like recharge very fast, so it's not difficult to like bomb the gigas once or twice before they reach the front of your setup. And other zombie is Jack. So Jack, it's pretty weak. It can be killed like within like 17 shots. but it can explode quicker than it's being killed. So like they may have a small chance to explode and kill these two glooms. And if you lose these glooms, like that creates an opening for other zombies to crush through. Like zombies, Giga's football can like continue crushing through. Like it's just going to be a huge mess. So we don't want that to happen. And just putting everything back. So there are mainly two ways to deal with jacks. I introduced this in the jack suppression videos, and feel free to like look that back, and I will like also link it. So the first way is to use cops to like bomb the jacks before they explode, and second way is to use ice. So just put the coffee bean on the ice immediately when the jacks explode, so that the ice is able to freeze the jacks within the gloom range before they are possible to explode, and then just the glooms will kill the jacks. So that's for row 2 and 5. And also when there are no like zombies, you can also put garlics to divert the jacks. And for row 1 and 6, you can just the two fumes will automatically kill the jacks, so there's no worries. And some minor threats, zombie football. So zombie, so these fumes and glooms combined together are almost like just by these 4 plants alone on each side are almost guaranteed to kill the zombies. So normally they shouldn't be a big problem, but like if you put pumpkins on the fumes, because the pumpkins have a bigger hitbox, the zombie may crush the fume. So don't put the pumpkins on the fume, just keep it naked. And the only like annoying thing for zombie is that it may like leave ice trail on the slots so that you cannot plant bombs on it. So just like be aware of that and plan your instance carefully, and they shouldn't be like a huge problem. And for footballs, they're like more problematic than zombies because they walk super fast. And the way is to like again freeze them within the range of the glooms. Like there's no way to like there's no need to specifically freeze them, but like if you can freeze them simultaneously with jacks, that's like very ideal. And if it's not that ideal, you can also like stall them like once or twice. They would also die. And others, Gargantor, the normal ones, white-eyed. So I think it's weaker than football. You just need to like maybe stall them, just keep them slowed down, and like the plants will kill them pretty easily. And also bungees. I've made a separate videos about the strategies against bungee zombies. So as you can see, this host all the plants except the cobs, which the bungees won't target, are covered by 2 glooms. So again, when the bungees come, just like freeze them, and if they're frozen, they will be killed. Just don't forget to freeze them. And for balloons, I didn't bring cattail, so as I said before, just use blubber. Just don't forget to do that, and like don't let the blubber be killed by the jacks, because like if your blubber is killed and it's still recharging, then there's almost no way to save you. So except maybe you can bomb the balloons somehow if you have cobs. Okay, so that's basically it for the theoretical part, and then let's go to some real gameplay. Okay, so here is the slow tempo of traditional 4 cob, and in terms of slow tempo, what it means is that there are Giga Gargantor and normal Gargantor. As we know, the rate that the zombies spawn is correlated to how fast the zombies are killed. Because these Gargantors, they walk slowly and they also have very high health, so they're killed slowly, so the tempo overall is slow. Because the tempo is slow, ice and cobs are enough to kill all of the zombies, and so, while suppressing the jacks. So the essential cards are just these 5, with blubber to blow away the balloons. And just for other cards, I may bring some cannon fodders, some fume shrooms, some squashes, just for error tolerance. And they're not like necessary if you play it normally. It's getting a little stuck, but yeah. So first off, we'll begin with 2 cops and bomb at column 9 to just fully hit everything, and then ice. So for jack suppression, we either bomb the jacks or freeze the jacks. See, the jacks are frozen and they're killed before they're ever able to open their box and explode. Okay, so just wait for the next wave to spawn and then use 2 more cops. Don't forget to stall the footballs a little bit. I mean, even if you don't stall them, they're not very likely to deal some significant damage to the fumes, but it's good to let them deal no damage. Yes, the blubber is kind of extreme. And for Gigas, like while you use Cop to bomb them, they're also like to bomb the jacks, they're also bombed. And when bombing, like try to aim somewhere between column 8 and column 9. So that like they will reach both the current wave of the Gigas and also the previous wave. So it will like it will be like most efficient. Okay. So just 1 wave of Cob, 1 wave of ice, and it's getting pretty stable. There's no accident. Wave spawns, 2 Cobs. So typically like the Cobs are going to miss the footballs if the new wave arrives like pretty slowly, but like because you can stall the footballs and I have so many glooms, I have 2 glooms, 2 fumes, and 2 winter melons to hit the footballs. The footballs should mostly be killed as long as they're slowed down properly. And if the footballs are frozen within the gloom range, they're guaranteed to be killed. Okay, seems to be the last wave. Okay, that's the wrap up. That's wave 9, so let's just bomb the Gigas 1 more time and wait them to die. Because you need to bomb Gigas twice. Or like you can bomb them once and stall them, but because we are able to bomb them twice, why don't bomb them twice? So if you bomb them twice, they're guaranteed to die, no matter what. Okay, so that is... So then a huge wave is going to approach, and the bungee zombies are also approaching. And for that, I've made a video about like strategies against bungee zombies. And for this setup, every square is covered by at least 2 gloom shrooms. There are no bungee zombies, but I'm still going to freeze it, assume there is. And also for the huge wave, the zombies, their coordinates are shifted a little bit to the right. So you will delay the ice timing a little bit to ensure that the jacks are frozen within the gloom range. And for normal waves, you just put Coffee Bean on the ice immediately after a new wave spawns. But for this, it's for the huge waves, they're a little slower. Let's continue with our ice cop sequence. You can see like it's pretty like error tolerant. All the zombies are killed promptly. Still ice cop. Yeah. And now as you can see, all Gigas have disappeared. That's like a special characteristic of the PC version, because like that's not applicable for mobile, but for PC like the maximum number of Giga is 50 per card selection, and after that 50 number is reached, Gigas just stop spawning, and until the last huge wave they will like return. But as you can see now, they're only normal Gargantuars, no Gigas. And you can see my sun is like increasing, like continuously increasing from 8,000 to 9,000. And also like when you feel like your timing is kind of like off, just pause and use the space key to pause to ensure that like your timing is as precise as possible. Otherwise, like if you time the cop too slowly, the jacks may have already exploded before you bomb them. Okay, guess that's the wrap up. So just the normal Gargantuars, you don't need to bomb them extra, because like they will guarantee to die if you bomb them once. And even if you don't bomb them, as long as they're slowed down, you can just slow them once, they should die. Okay, wrap up for wave 20. So just freeze the bungees and bomb 4 times, 2 on each side against the Gigas. So as I said, like the Gigas are bombed twice and they will die, so yeah. So just continue to stall the Gigas on the on row 1 because I stored an extra ice here. I don't want the ice to get smashed. And yeah, that's it for the slow tempo. You can see it's not difficult at all. Like I just use cobs and ice and then I beat all the zombies. And the Gigas, because they walk pretty slowly, I have plenty of time to bomb them. So like they will almost be bombed like twice, and even if you bomb them once and stall them like once or twice, they are still going to die. So anyway, it's okay. So that's for the slow tempo.